We're going to be playing one of my all-time favorite games, NCAA Basketball 10. In our first year with Santa Clara, we went 27-6, 13-1 in conference, and finished ranked 23rd in the country. So as we go through, we basically took whatever job that was offered to us, which is realistic. And in the first round, we beat Florida State 87-78. And then in the second round, we got humbled. We lost 100-55. And obviously that shows you our program is not where the top programs are. We basically took lemons that they gave us and made lemonade, which is hard to do. But in terms of All-American, we don't have anyone on the first, second, defensive first, defensive second, freshman first, or freshman second team. But as we go to the conference, we have players on the all-conference freshman team. So that's Bobby Ware, Jason Albert, and Jared Pope. They're on the second team. And then as you look at it, USF, Portland, Gonzaga, they're dominating all the lists, Portland. But when we get to the all-conference first team, we have Brian Boone. He averaged 17 and then 21.5 in the tournament. When we go to individual awards, Greg Monroe's Player of the Year, Coach Self is Coach of the Year, Dallas Lauderdale Defensive Player of the Year, and Xavier Henry Freshman of the Year. Then when we go to the conference, I think all these names are real. I used to be one of those. So our coach wins Conference Coach of the Year, and as you saw, it's Quincy McCall from Love and Basketball, Crenshaw High School, USC one and done, and that's really why we chose a California team. So West Virginia, Washington, Minnesota, California all offer us a contract after the first year, and they just took notice of what we did with a West Coast Conference team. So instead of taking that contract then, I'm going to take it at the beginning of the second season. So what happens is we raise the prestige all the way up to a 4-star. And then that helps our coach become more respected. And it's also a weird game. If you take the job at the end of the year, which is what I could have done, then I would end up with whatever record and team that I chose. Like say if it was West Virginia, that would have been what was on my yearbook, and I didn't want to do that. So now at the beginning of the second year, I get to choose a new team, and that will be what's on my yearbook, which made more sense to me. And again, he's from California, so you're thinking we're going to stay here. You see all these offers that we have, but what I'm looking for is a big school that I can go and kind of have like the machine behind me. At Santa Clara, everything is worked for, earned, but here at St. John's, which is the school that I'm choosing, they are nationally known, internationally known, and they play in Madison Square Garden. So we have more reach. We're going to have way more resources with the Big East behind us. And they want us to beat a rival and win the conference, which is ridiculous. But I think with the team that we have, we can revive this 3-star program and get them to a 5-star. So in our first year, we go 26-9, 12-6 in the conference, and we finish the season ranked 27th in the country. So that's a big deal. This is a program that didn't really win. That's how we ended up getting the job. And we did it with a group of seniors. That's really what it was. The whole team was veterans, and they were tired of losing. So first round, we beat LSU 99-76. Kind of ran away with that a little bit. And then in the second round, I don't know why it's that we're playing SEC teams back-to-back, and we end up losing 87-78, like we're playing like in the SEC tournament or something. But I do think that was a good season. Basically the same thing I did with Santa Clara, and I did this on short notice. They don't have anyone on the All-American first, second, defensive first, defensive second, freshman first team. So we go over to, or the second team either. We go over to the Big East, and we have Nathan Navarre on the all-freshman second team. And that's a dude that I just inherited, like I said. I didn't really get to build this team. This was all whatever they had on the roster. We did the same thing like last year. They gave us oranges, and we made orange juice. And Player of the Year, Samaro Samuels. Thad Mata, Coach of the Year. This guy from Villanova, Yaru, Defensive Player. And then they had a player from Memphis, obviously, Computer-Generated Freshman of the Year. And then we didn't have anyone for the conference. And that's basically year 2 for us, first year with St. John's. And then you see here they want to give us a 5-year extension on top of the 3-year deal. And then Oregon State, West Virginia, and Minnesota, again, want to offer us a job, but we take the 5-year extension, so it ends up becoming an 8-year deal. So we're locked in. We ain't going nowhere. Now what we're going to do, though, is, like I said, that team was senior-led, so we have to replace all those players. So we have Booker from New York. We got Avery from Connecticut. We got Renato from Canada. We got Williams from New York. We got Mide from Canada. We got Feeney, our first top 100 player out of Maryland. We got Houston, top 100 player out of Illinois. We got Jarrett out of South Carolina, and we got a top-rated player, Holmes, out of South Carolina also, and he's a top 100 player. So our first year with all those recruits, we went 22-12, 9-9 in conference, and then we finished ranked 21st in the country. So we played all those freshmen, right? All those players you saw, we just let them play, and we basically put all the guys we inherited to the side. First round, we beat Georgia Tech 99-92. And then second round, we lost to Wake Forest 96-81. So this is becoming a trend. Our first 3 years, second round exits. But, I mean, first 2 years, we're just making it happen. And then no one on the All-American first. Second, we have Grant Holmes. This guy's an All-American as a freshman, averaging 17.9, bro, in the tournament alone, and 4.4 assists. That's crazy. He really should have been one and done, in my opinion. And then All-American freshman first team, we have Feeney, and then we have Holmes. And I think those are the 2 players, too, like I was saying. And then we have Jarrett on the All-American freshman second team that were top 100 players. And we just let them all play. As you look at the conference freshman second team, we got Williams and we got Mide on the second team. And then we got Jarrett, Feeney, and Holmes on the first team. So, yeah, we just, bro, I'm telling you, we let them all play, let them figure it out, and that's going to be better for the program in the long run. Like I was going to say, we were given oranges, and we made orange juice this year. And as you look at Holmes, all-conference second team, bro, like, he should have really been one and done. And I don't even know, man, how it works. So Memphis, that guy, George Mason, Georgetown, and UCLA. So now these are starting to be some guys that's like computer generated. They're not the same guys. So we get Grant Holmes, Conference Freshman of the Year, obviously. And yeah, that was a great season by Holmes, honestly. He really put the team on his back. But the thing with him is, I believe, being 6 foot and being from, look at all these offers: Syracuse, Michigan State, Maryland, Louisville, Kentucky, Duke. They don't care nothing about my contract. And there goes the end to another video. Always let it game like this LA sunshine. Ain't a damn thing change. Only ball on my mind. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon. 22 like the world been mine.